Welcome back to the Socially Awesome podcast. Alyece Smith here, and today we're diving into a counterintuitive concept that might just be the key to unlocking consistent income in your business, slowing down to speed up. Sounds strange, I know, but listen, trust me, this strategy can make all the difference when it comes to achieving sustainable growth and avoiding burnout. So, I want to start by talking about what hustle culture that so many entrepreneurs get caught up in. We're taught to work harder for longer hours. You're always chasing the next task. You might be missing the bigger picture. And it's really important that we learn to flip that script. So, what if slowing down could actually help you grow faster? Taking a step back, giving yourself the time to evaluate what's working and what's not. And this is where strategic planning comes in. When you slow down, you can identify the inefficiencies where you're wasting time. You can streamline your processes and focus on the activities that not only really bring those results, but that you truly love. Because if there is something in your business that is just not jiving with you, it's one of those things that you are avoiding doing because it's not your favorite task, right? It's mundane, maybe it's administrative, maybe it's just something you're not excelling in, then we need to see how can we outsource that task? How can we, bring that to someone else? How can we maybe automate it? What resources do we have, right? Identifying those inefficiencies. So recently, I'll give you a personal experience. I truly believe in building an omnipresence on social media, and I've been really adamant about that from day one. And for those of you that might not understand that, basically being present on all platforms that my ideal client can be present on, right? Because odds are you're on multiple social media platforms. However, take a step back, and if I was to create new content every single day for every single social media out there, I would be wiped, right? I would do nothing other than film content or write content. So I've been working on building an omnipresence for a while. And part of my rinse and repeat strategy that I execute in my business, that I attribute all of my success to, is using and curating current content that I already have, repurposing it, but not just take my TikTok, put it on Facebook, like curating it to each individual platform for success. And that's actually what I teach inside my Social Success Academy. But it's really important for you to identify those inefficiencies. So from day one, I've been so rooted in building that omnipresence. And recently, I was doing a time audit in my business. If you haven't done a time audit, 10 out of 10 recommend. And I was like, you know what? I'm spending, you know, a very short amount of time every month, but enough to make it worth stopping, posting on Twitter. Now, part of the frustration is that my scheduling tool allows you to post on Twitter, the one that I use inside my business, but isn't connected to Threads yet. So I've been using a different tool for Threads. So long story short, probably an hour a month, taking everything from what I'm putting on Twitter and putting it on Threads. Not a lot of time, but I have 3 followers on Twitter. 3. Okay. Just 3. I don't engage on that platform. I really don't, retweet anything. I am learning Threads. I'm not a short worded person. I've actually got the gift of gab. So the shorter, more concise content is harder for me. I'm going to admit that it's harder for me. But I decided, you know what? Just let Twitter alone. Like leave it on X, whatever it's called these days, right? Leave it alone. Focus on Threads. And then once I master Threads and I start getting more engagement there, well, then X is a very similar style content. So it will be so much easier for me to execute both, right? And hopefully by then, my scheduling tool has the API for both and I could just blast it everywhere. But long story short, I had to have a come to Jesus meeting with myself and say, this is not efficient. This is not the best use of your 1 hour. Could I give it to my VA and tell her, hey, copy all the posts from Threads and put it on Twitter? Yeah. But again, 3 followers. Obviously, because I'm not engaging on that platform, I'm not showing up, consistently. It's not been working. So I had to let it go. Let it go. Okay. So if you're over on X and you're one of my 3 followers and you're disappointed, I'm so sorry. But the point is, you got to get practical, right? How do you implement a successful strategy of your business most efficiently, right? What's driving results? Those 3 followers on Twitter are not driving any results in my business. So, how to let it go, right? You need to start by scheduling regular check ins with yourself to assess your progress. Again, I was doing a time audit, which is something I probably do every quarter at this point, and identifying like, where am I wasting time? Where am I wasting time? Or what am I doing that's not adding to my brand, not adding to my audience, not serving my audience, right? Schedule those regular check-ins. I track my metrics monthly on a Trello board so that I could see, is there growth? Is there not growth? That drives my content strategy. It drives my marketing plan. But it also, again, allows me to say, this is just not working. Let's just cut it, right? Now, I want to put a disclaimer in here. If you've been doing something for a week and it's not working, girl, stop. You need to keep going. Okay. But I've been doing this with Twitter for like at least 6 months now. And I'm like, it's just not happening. Right. Another thing is setting clear priorities and focus on the tasks that align with your long-term goals. So we're actually diving in to this in my social success challenge, which starts next week, the 16th of September. And making sure that every task you're doing in your business is aligning with your long-term goals. So again, going back to the Twitter example, right? My goal is to serve more people, is growth, is to obviously make sales and grow my business. And what I was doing there is not necessarily aligned with my long-term goal, right? I probably will not be someone to build a large audience on Twitter because I'm a long form content creator. So it doesn't make sense, right? It's probably not aligned with my long-term goals. Remember, it's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. What matters, okay? And it's so easy in social media to get caught up in, oh, that's working for them. Let me go do that too. I cannot tell you how many times I've had to have a come to Jesus meeting with myself about not starting a theme page on Instagram. Yeah, I know, right? They cross my feed. They're making 10 grand, 15 grand a month, posting 2, 3 quotes a day. I'm like, shoot, ChatGPT could make all those quotes for me. This would be easy. And then I'm like, no, that doesn't align with my long-term goals. Stop, right? Stop piling things on your to-do list that are not focused on your goals. Okay. So it's all about implementing your strategy. Schedule those reviews, schedule those check-ins with yourself. Be the CEO of your business. And then I want to share with you another real life example of an entrepreneur who has really embraced the slow down to speed up strategy. So I'm going to protect her privacy, but I have a student in my academy who it was like every other week, oh, I should do this, oh, I should do this, oh, I should do this, oh, I should do this. And it was like, we have to focus on one thing. And she's taken the time to slow down, get really clear on who her ideal client is, really clear on her expertise to serve those people, focus on how her marketing and content strategy aligns with that, created new products for this new audience. And I mean, the success, not only in, metrics and results and sales and stuff like that, but also the foundation and the confidence that she brings to our meetings every week now, our trainings every week now, is like a light bulb went off. Because trying to do too many things and put yourself in too many categories and too many tasks is only overwhelming you. It's making you feel like you're not doing enough because your list is so long. And it's confusing the heck out of your audience, if I'm being honest. Okay. So as we wrap up, I want to challenge you to rethink how you approach your business. Instead of constantly pushing forward, consider where you are now, how you need to slow down, take stock of your assets, of your audience, of what you have, of your business, make strategic changes. It could be one small shift that you need to make to see consistent income and sustainable growth. Okay. So thanks for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode, these quick 10-minute or less episodes, Don't forget to subscribe, share it with a friend who might need to hear this message. As always, take a screenshot, throw it in your stories, and tag me. Let me know that you're listening, that you're here. I'd love to share it. So tag me on your IG stories. And if you are up for the challenge, and again, this is a challenge, so I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's going to be simple. If you are up for the Social Success Challenge, make sure to check that out in the show notes. It's a 30-day marketing plan challenge where you and I together are going to build your marketing from scratch, step by step. Okay? So as always, I will see you inside the Socially Awesome community, and make it simple, make it social, and make it awesome.